Hello everybody, I have a changing meter rhythmic dictation for you. I'm also going to play it as a melody, so if you want to use it as a melodic dictation you may. And I have also written the melody so that it modulates, so if you want to use it as a modulating melodic dictation you may. But right now we're just going to focus on changing meter, and in this case we have two options. We have a steady beat value. I'm going to write that out. Apparently not very well. Or we have a steady note value. Okay, so we're going to go for this one. But let's just look at what happens if you choose one or the other. So right here we have the second measure is in 3/4 and the third measure is in 9/8. So each one of those is going to have 3 beats in it. The 3/4 is going to have 3 quarter note beats, and the 9/8 is going to have 3 dotted quarter note beats. In fact, I can do that. So if we were to do that with a steady beat value, we'd conduct those two measures as 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. But in this case, we're going to do a steady note value. So we'll go 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and. Okay, so that's important to know, perhaps, before you start it. So, shall we proceed with the dictation? Okay, I just decided that I'm going to play it for you using the electric piano patch on my keyboard. So, here's the key if you care. And here is the tune. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, you can pause it if you want. Here it is again. 1, 2, 3, 4. You can pause it if you want. Third and final hearing. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, since the main goal is to do the rhythm, we should probably just get that done, right? So here is the rhythm. Let me get a good pen for that. Okay, good. And so we have, in this first thing, we had 4 beats, right? And we had da, 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 da. Okay, well, so the first 2 happened with the first 2 beats, and then these became 1/8 notes. So in my little shorthand, then we had da, 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 in a 3/4 beat. So here are our 3 beats that I might have, put a little tick mark just so I could remember. And we had da, 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 da. Well, what were those first 2? Those were the same rhythmic pattern, and they were actually that, the dotted 8th, 16th note. And then the last beat in that measure was just even 8ths, right? Da, 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 da. Then we switched to 9/8, but we kept an 8th note beat. So we had da, 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 da. Well, that was very handy. First of all, it was my favorite rhythm pattern, which was ta-di-da. And you should learn to see that as a word, just as a thing. When you hear ta-di-da, you're going to write that. And then it happened again, and it happened again. So it's nice to have repeated material because you only have to figure it out once. Good. And then the last thing that happened in the 2/4 section was da 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 da. So the that was 2 measures worth. And in fact, we can just probably know that something happened on the last, on the first beat of the last measure, and then that was there for the whole measure. So we know that in 2/4, that's going to be a half note. And before that, we had da 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 da. Well, if we were doing takadimi, we'd say takadimi ta-di, and then we'd know exactly what we had, which was takadimi ta-di. So that's the rhythm. But then, if you wanted to do the notes, maybe I should play it again for anyone who wants to actually do the melodic dictation part. And I'm going to just try and erase this one little thing so it's not in our way. Great. Now what I wrote above is just a shorthand, and you can use any kind of shorthand that works for you as long as you always know what it is. So now for the melody, let me play it again and we can just talk through it real quick. 1, 2, 3, 4. So where do you hear do now? Da. And where did you hear it at the beginning? Da. So if we assume that I wrote the right key signature, which I did, then we know that we started on do. So we can write in do, do. And then what happened next? Well, and what did we end on? If we started on do and ended on here, what is this in the original key? Right, went from do to la. So it started out in a major do key, ended on la, and calling that our new do, we can, however, write it in there. I don't know why I just did all of that wrong, so I'll just correct it. There you go. There's our half note at the end. So now, 2 things. We can write in the first part, which was, so that was just do, 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 ti, la, so. Okay. And then we can, and then we had, the next measure was dam. So we had la, so, la, ti, do, so. Okay, we can write that in. La, ti, la, or la, so, la, ti, do, so. And since we already have the rhythm written above, we already know what to do. Well, it's a good thing I'm doing this in red, otherwise you wouldn't see that I had put a flag on that. Good, and then the next section, I love that. That's a sequence. And I put that sequence in there just for you, both because it makes sense and it makes it musical, and so that you can practice writing my favorite rhythm, ta-di-da. So we had la, so, la, ti, do, so, la, so, fa, mi, fa. Oh, sorry. Not so easy to erase. Here, let's do that. There we go. Fa, mi, re. Okay, and then we know what rhythm to put on those. Okay. And then we had then we were in our new key. So we can approach that in 2 directions. Either we can think, what are those notes compared to this last note, right? And we can think, so if this is do, then we had so, la, ti, so, do, ti, do, right? If we write that out, let's just say we did it that way. So we have so, la, ti, so, do, ti, do. Now I didn't leave a lot of room for what we have to do next, but let's just pretend that I can write really small. So, so we can write in, so we know that we've switched now to A minor. And in fact, we were in A melodic minor, which hopefully you could tell, especially because we said sol, la, ti. So remember, minor key, check for T. So we need to put a sharp on that. And we also need to put a sharp on the la. So that's a mess now because I didn't leave myself enough space for it. But you know we have sol, la, ti, so do, ti, do there at the end. We don't have to fix this one because it's already been done first, earlier in the measure. Now, if you had thought to look forward, oh look, I hadn't put an additional flag there. If we had thought to look forward, we would have realized that we had just gone stepwise up from our last note there. And so that will help confirm it. And if we had written that much in and needed to double check our work, that would be a nice thing to know. So this was not a particularly complex melody, except for the modulation. But that's how we do it. And I will do 2 more just like this video for you, and I hope that they are helpful.